Hi friends, it's Angela, Wildvioletsart. Thanks for joining me tonight for my Marvelous Monday. Stamping always makes a day wonderful, and what better way than to get to play with my toys. So hope you've had a good weekend and you're ready for the week. So tonight I'm going to be showing you a new technique that I haven't shown to you before, and that is coloring with blends and creating an ombre effect. So the blends are really beautiful markers, and they're alcohol markers. So the alcohol marker causes them to blend a little bit better. And I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But in the meantime, Stampin' Up! Has started something new this year, and that is their online exclusive product, which means there's going to be special product that's only available online, and it will not be in any catalog now or in the future. How long it lasts depends on its how popular it is. They're not giving us any dates as to how long that it'll be available, but it'll be available until it says otherwise. Now, when you're in the store and you're looking something up and it says not available, that means that it's on back order and it'll be available soon, and reach out to me or to any of your other demonstrators to get the date of when that product will be back. If you can't find the product, no matter how much you search, that means it's no longer going to be available ever. So, I mean, sometimes they'll bring some retired product back for a sale, but otherwise it's not going to be available because most times it sells out and there just isn't going to be anything more. Okay, so one of those products is this really beautiful Irresistible Blooms Suite. So this is the bundle. It's the Irresistible Blooms stamp set and the Irresistible Blooms dies. Aren't they pretty? Now with the dies and the stamp set is this gorgeous paper. So as you can see, it's just beautiful, watercolored with what looks like embossing on it. So you can see this is the other side of this sheet. Just really beautiful patterns. Now, part of the really fun part is Stampin' Up! Is redoing their colors this year, and they've brought back Pretty Peacock. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's a beautiful color, and that's this paper right here. So if you still have your stamp pad or you have some of the cardstock, it's really wonderful. But it's so pretty. Isn't that really pretty? Now, one of the fun things about this paper is, and Stampin' Up's been doing this for a bit, and I just love that they do that, is that some of the paper matches the dies. So as you can see, all of these blooms right here, that comes from this paper here and this paper back here. And all of these leaves come from this paper right here. And so I was creating a make and take for my upline. We're getting together tomorrow night, and there's going to be about anywhere between 12 to 14 of us. And we're all going to use these little mini treat bags for decorating. And this one has Hooray It's Your Day, but I'm going to take something that'll say also Happy Easter. But these are from the paper. I didn't have to stamp it. All I had to do was cut out the paper. I cut out this die, stamped on it, tied a little bow. And then these embellishments right here, they're really beautiful. They come with the suite as well. So this is just really gorgeous product. Now, some of the other things that are online exclusive, they have this embossing folder set. There's 3 of them. So one is a polka dot. This one's got this really beautiful 3D pattern to it. And there's this one that looks like some sort of a textile. And the little polka dots is the card I'm going to show you tonight. So you can see these cute little polka dots. They're really fun. Then they have this classic letters stamp set, which allows you to, it's photopolymer, so you can see to stamp it, which, oh my gosh, if I'd had this 20 years ago when I was doing my scrapbooking and trying to print out titles for my scrapbook pages, this is great. And then they've got all these little leaves, which are great additions to that. And then I've got some really beautiful foil paper as well. So as you can see, these are just a few. There's punches, there's more stamp sets, there's more bundles, there's punch bundles. So take a look at it. I've given you the link. So just, or go to the Stampin' Up page and go to new, what's new. There's 3 little lines on the left-hand side of the website, and you can just push on that and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So just let you take a look real quick at this really beautiful bag. It's so pretty and make a great gift to someone with some goodies in it. Okay, so tonight I'm going to show you how to make this Stamp and Blend ombre effect. And I'm using the Spring Blessing stamp set. I have a class coming up this weekend, so if you want to get this kit for free, it's going to be 4 projects, and I'm showing you 2 of them tonight. I'm only going to show you how to do 1, but I'm showing you the product from 2 of them. So this is the card I'm going to show you how to do tonight. But isn't this bunny so adorable? Isn't that cute? Oh, I love this little bunny. I love little bunnies. They're so cute. Okay, so I did a bunch of different combinations of these, doing different colors of the blends. So this one is Highland Heather. This one is Fresh Freesia. This one is Petal Pink. This one is the one I'm going to use tonight, which is Bermuda Bay. This one is Soft Sea Foam. And this one is Polished Pink. Super sweet. Every one of these have a different hair color. Every one of them have a different skin tone, because Stampin' Up has these great blends that have all this variety. So each blend kit that you get, it's a pack of 2. You get a light and a dark. So for the Bermuda Bay, this is the Bermuda Bay Light, and this is Bermuda Bay Dark. And so all of them have a different look to them. And then I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo Light for the flowers and for her cheeks. I'm using something called SU 900, and that gives a flesh tone. And then I'm using Bronze Blend for the hair, and then I'm going to use the Light Shaded Spruce for the grass. And I've got Pool Party Light and Dark for the sky, and then I've got Daffodil Delight for the balloon, and then I've got some So Saffron Dark more for the balloon, and then a color lifter, and I'll show you how that color lifter works. Okay. So I'm using Memento. So whenever you're doing anything with the blends, you're going to need the Memento ink. All right, get my cardstock out. I'm using the shimmery white cardstock, and shimmery white, just in case you don't remember, hopefully this shows up. Oh yeah, there we go. It's got a little bit of sparkle, just really subtle sparkle to the paper. So it's really elegant and beautiful. Okay. So I already have the girl, and I did this girl last time, and this time I'm going to do this one. So there's 2 girls in this stamp set, and I'm going to do this one instead of this one. And just really pretty line work. It's got great little sentiments. Hoping this spring brings you many blessings. Happy for you. Thank you. It's your birthday. Hello. So I'm going to use this gal. All right. So the Memento Black does not bleed when you use the blends. So you have to use a particular black ink pad. You can't just use any ink pad when you're using the Stampin' Blends. Okay, oops, I forgot the grass. Nope, it's not the grass. Well, I'm going to have to use this without the grass this time. So normally I do the grass down below, but I can't seem to find the grass. So, okay. So I'll just place this little gal here. And then put the lantern up here on the right. Stamp the hello. And then I'm going to put flowers in the bottom of her dress. Okay. All right, so the ombre effect that I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the darkest first. And I'm going to color the bottom of her dress. And this is Bermuda Bay Dark. I'm going to color around the flowers. I'm going to color about a third of the way up the dress. This is the most tedious part because I'm coloring around the flowers. I could have done it without, but got kitty hair tickling my nose. So if you see me scratching my nose, that's what it's about. She came in and visited me before I went live and left all her fur all over the place. So ends up my nose. All right, now I'm going to make an irregular line. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay light, and I'm going to color the rest of the dress. So starting at the top. Okay, so as you can see it, you can definitely see a line there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to color over that line some more. And what that does is it darkens above it, and the alcohol in the pen changes the color down below. And then I can come back and I can make the below a little bit darker, because when you color it twice, it's going to be a little bit darker than it was before. And this is where you get the ombre effect. So you can see that it's just gotten darker and darker towards the bottom. Now, this is a color lifter, and Stampin' Up! Sells the color lifter with the other markers. And what I can do is I can lighten just up here a little bit so it looks like the sun is lighting the top of the dress. So that's the ombre effect. I'm going to do the ombre effect again with the sky, and I'm going to use my Pool Party Dark along the top, and I'm just going to do a couple of swipes. And then I'll do my Pool Party Light. And then I'm going to come back with the lifter, and I'm just going to lift the edge of the sky, and what you'll find is it just kind of softens it so that you have just a light sky. Now it takes a minute for the alcohol to dry, so you'll notice this will change a little bit over time. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with my lantern. So I'm going to outline the top part, which is where the darkest part will be. And I'm making rounded marks so that it has a little bit of the feel of the shape. And then I'll come back with, now that was Daffodil Delight and dark, and then this is Daffodil Delight light, but I found another yellow that is pretty dark, and I'm just going to do another layer. It's a slightly different yellow. And then my last yellow will be the Daffodil Light, and I'll do it a little bit closer. And then if I feel like it's a little bit too dark, I can come back with the lifter again, and I can lighten it up a little bit. Okay. All right. So those are those things. And then I'm going to come back and I'll do the skin. So if for some reason you want the tutorial for this, I'll have that on my store here shortly after this weekend, because this coming weekend is when I'm going to be having my class, and I'll make the PDF tutorial available after that. But I'll also have this video on YouTube. Okay, and it lists all the items in my tutorial that I'm using tonight. There's two ends, and I probably didn't show that to you. There's a paintbrush end, and then there's a fine tip. So the paintbrush end is to do larger swaths of color. I use the fine tip more often than not, unless I'm doing a very large area. Okay, so I had another green for the grass that I can't find the stamp for, so hopefully I find it before the weekend. That's not helpful. And I'll just do the little leaves around her head, the little garland. And then I'm going to add a little pink for the cheek, and then pink for the flowers in her dress. And this is Flirty Flamingo. So pretty? So if you want to add a little bit more sparkle to the lantern, I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella. And Wink of Stella has more glitter in it. So if you don't feel like it has enough glitter, you just add a little bit more with Wink of Stella. So it makes the lantern a little sparkly. Okay. So then I'd be gluing on this to a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock. And it looks like it's a little bit bigger than it's supposed to be. Okay. And then I'm going to take like a little 9-inch, 10-inch length of ribbon. And I'm going to tie it around the bottom. And then I'll add some embellishments. So for this, I use the pastel adhesive packed sequins in gold, just to kind of emphasize the pretty lantern. And it comes in 2 sizes, so when you get your sheet, pay attention because you've got 2 different sizes there. There we go. Now, I don't want to get my embossing machine out to emboss the polka dots, but normally I would emboss a 4-inch by 5 1/4-inch layer to get these polka dots, and I would layer that, and then I would glue that onto the card, and then I would pop this up. So that's all I have time for tonight. I try to keep these to like 30 minutes or a little bit less. And so hopefully you enjoyed that. So just as a reminder, if you want the kit to make these cards, these and 2 other projects, I've got another gift bag. And you can choose, when you get the kit, you can choose whatever color you want. So you don't have to do the Bermuda Bay. You can pick another color. But it's just so pretty, especially with that ombre effect. It just kind of gives you this really pretty look for their dresses. So, all right. And don't forget the online exclusives. I gave you the link also to my class. If you want to sign up for the class, you can either order the kit to go. If you want to order $35 or more, then you can get the kit for free. And I gave you a link to the online exclusive. So hopefully you've had a chance to take a look at that. And I'll see you on Friday with my Friday kit together. So have a great evening. Oh, hi, Cindy. Yay. So glad you could join me. Sorry I didn't catch it earlier. But have a good evening, and we'll play with this on Saturday. So I look forward to seeing you.